Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. A win for Arsenal over West Ham today, 2-0, bringing them up to fourth place for now at least. Really good game today from Arsenal. Attacking looked really, really dangerous. The whole game looking dangerous, especially on that right side with Bukayo Saka. Um, Defensively, really, really sound as well, but I think it's important not to get too far ahead of ourselves into the top four for the first time this season. Obviously, we have to wait and see what happens with the Manchester United game because if they win, they will go ahead of us. excuse me, by 1 point. So you have that game to play, and you also have Spurs actually 3 games to play. So realistically, 3 wins for Spurs could lead them to 35 points. Obviously, that would be ahead of Arsenal. Funny enough, Arsenal, if we got results away at Everton and Old Trafford, we could be sitting on 35 points right now and would be very, very comfortable in the fourth place. Many more games to come, of course, but it's hard. It really is hard not to drag on that and drag on those results. Okay, today, really important win. It was an impressive win, I have to say. We didn't sit off. I kept looking at the clock around 15 minutes, 16 minutes, expecting us to sit back like we do. In the back of my mind, there's always this stigma of Arsenal, at least this Arsenal team, pressing and pressing and playing really well in the first 15 minutes, not getting a goal, even getting a goal, sitting back after that first 15 minutes and really just letting the other team, whoever that team may be, come and attack. And there has been instances, obviously, where we have scored and sat back and scored around 15 minutes, and that's why I'm pretty uncomfortable, I think is a good way to put it, when watching the first 15 minutes unfold, or I should say perhaps after the first 15 minutes, you really don't know what is going to happen with this Arsenal team. But look, 3 points, that's all that matters. West Ham today not at their full strength, missing a couple important players in their defensive line. But look, it's 3 points. It's a top four position as of now. That's confidence building. That's another win at home. That's 7 wins out of 9 at home. 1 draw, 1 loss. The Chelsea the Chelsea loss, obviously, and the point we earned at the Crystal Palace game. So most points now from home games. It's 21 points, 22 points actually, including that draw against Crystal Palace. So 22 points gained at home this season. That's out of 9 games, the most in the Premier League. So that's something positive to go off of, and really the Emirates now becoming more of a fortress for this Arsenal team. So just getting in a little more, obviously I touched there on the Everton points dropped and the United points, and it is hurt. When you think back at that and you look, winnable games really. The United game was winnable. Everton certainly a really poor performance, a winnable game when you look at Everton where they were 16th in the table. I think they were, so we have to move on from that. Fourth place is not bad. It's not a bad place to be. Obviously, just about halfway through the season, almost. More games to come, of course. Plenty more games, plenty more challenges to come. Leeds on Saturday. That will be interesting. I'm sure they're going to want to bounce back after getting a shellacking from Man City. 7-0. They got battered by Manchester City yesterday. So I just want to talk a little bit about the game itself in terms of the referee's decisions. Jesus, what's his name there? Anthony Taylor, excuse me. Sorry about that. Anthony Taylor. I thought he had a pretty poor game today from both sides. There was that yellow card given to Sofal in the first half, which I think could have probably gone either way. The arm was a little bit high on Tierney. I think the referee probably not giving Sofal credit enough. I think he knows what he was doing. That touch from Tierney, taking him away. Sufel knows that Tierney only has this one chance to cross it. He puts his arm up. Whether he meant to elbow him in the face, I don't think he meant to do that. Certainly he meant to impede him. So for me, the yellow card was warranted. But then you look at the Thomas Partey challenge, maybe 10, 12 minutes after that, right on the halfway circle, actually gave the foul for Arsenal, in favor of Arsenal. And I thought it was almost the exact same thing. Thomas Partey's arm really high up, elbowing. I can't remember the player now. Ben Rama, maybe it was, or Lanzini. I can't quite remember, but I thought that was a foul. So Anthony Taylor, not really consistent, and it just seemed like he was waiting and waiting so long. I thought the penalty that was awarded to us. I don't. Again, perhaps it could have gone both ways, and the VAR official also looked at it. Forgive me, I can't remember his name either. He looked at it also and said there was nothing wrong with it. It's a penalty. Go ahead with the penalty. Second yellow card also. But I thought he won the ball. He did, in fact, he did win the ball, and I'm not sure what this double jeopardy rule is, or I don't. Again, I don't know what the rules are when it comes to giving penalties away. The second yellow card, I wasn't convinced of either decision really. I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought he won the ball, and the decision to give a second, I didn't know what was going on. Because I looked and I initially I said when I saw it, I said that's a good tackle. Then you saw Arsenal fans kind of surrounding Anthony Taylor, and it seemed like ages, and he pointed at the spot, and I thought, well, they've given a penalty away. I had reached for my drink already, and I thought the play had broken up. It was going to be a goal kick. And then I saw the red card. I was flabbergasted. Still, it didn't seem like the right choice to me. So, Anthony Taylor, I thought had a pretty poor game. There was a couple decisions that went on throughout the game. Really, I didn't think he got right. Obviously, we get to look at the replays and stuff, and it's difficult job, very difficult job. But I didn't think he had the best of games in my opinion. I'm just going to look at now something here. I'm going to pull up some stats about our defenders. So our back four today, very interesting stat here. Won 100% of their ground duels versus West Ham. Takahiro Tomiyasu won 5 out of 5. Benjamin White 2 out of 2, as well as Gabriel 2 out of 2, and Kieran Tierney won 3 out of 3 ground duels. That is very impressive, and again showing just how solid this back four is becoming. Now, Kieran Tierney coming back into the side the last couple games, I thought he's been impressive. Today, he was very, very impressive in that lead up to Martinelli's goal. A very, very clever ball through. I think he passed it to Lacazette. Lacazette's through ball was also very, very good. And the finish from Martinelli. Thierry, I think I saw it on Twitter, just an image from his goal against Leeds, I think back in 2012 it was, but it was a brilliant goal. We've seen Gabby score goals like that before, actually, just opening up and just slotting it home, really passing into the back of the net. And I love seeing Gabriel Martinelli on the score sheet. He works so hard, really, really deserving of that goal. And I thought in the first half was pretty unlucky not to get a goal there. It was a really solid challenge from Dawson, the West Ham center back. Really, really good challenge, actually. Seeing that in slow motion, a lot of credit has to go to him for that. But yeah, Martinelli, really good finish from him. Brilliant to see him get on the score sheet. Sorry, my cat is being loud. And Lacazette, I thought Lacazette had a fantastic game. Tricky, the pace that he had, the way he was running at defenders. He must have had the same breakfast as Gabriel Martinelli had, because he was all over the place. The trickery, the spins, the way he moved the ball with at his feet, the very, very nice, quick, intricate touches inside the penalty box. I thought Lacazette was brilliant today. Could have been man of the match for me. I do think the Sky Sports man of the match went to Bukayo Saka, another player just terrorizing up that right-hand side. And sorry, my cat is being really loud. Yeah, I thought. Sorry, no one's going to be watching at this point in the video. Anyway, there was one point where just 3 players running at Bukayo Saka, just ganging up on him, and he always had room. I think what makes us so comfortable as Arsenal fans watching along that right hand side when you have Tomiyasu and Bukayo Saka linking up is he always has Tomiyasu there. I mean, he always manages to make room, and a brilliant game from Tomiyasu again. This guy is just. I mean, he is so solid, man. It speaks a lot about Edu and Mikel Arteta, the way that they found this player. I mean, he's fantastic. He has been fantastic for us. I thought Tomiyasu, standout defender today, even going forward, looking pretty dangerous and just confident, man. Just absolutely confident with the ball at his feet. Under pressure, he's cool as ever. Tomiyasu, man, brilliant game from him. Ramsdale. I shouldn't. Tomiyasu got away with one today, actually. Let me just backtrack a little bit. That header looked like that header back to Ramsdale in the second half was a little hectic. Ramsdale made up for it, but I think that's the one thing you'd have to say that Tomiyasu did wrong today. But just a bit of a fluke. Didn't cost us anything in the end. Ramsdale really, really quick to get that ball back. Ramsdale, I thought, had a good game. A pretty decent save there in the first half. I think it was the first half. I can't quite remember. Again, forgive me. But did his job today. Did what needed to be done. Not as much playing out from the back today, which I thought was interesting. A lot of long balls. And I mean, he hit it all the way up to Lacazette. So we won fairly a fair amount of them. And I'm not sure what the reasoning was there. I'd be interested to see what Mikel Arteta has to say about that if he is in fact asked about why they decided to play like that from the back. But it worked, and it's good to see the players and the manager deciding to mix things up like that, because we know Arteta loves to play out from the back, and he has a goalkeeper who's very, very comfortable with doing that. Benjamin White, Gabriel, also really comfortable with their feet. Tomiyasu, of course, also really comfortable, and I mean, they all are. Tierney showed his value today also. So yeah, back four really solid today. I thought Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey did a fantastic job in that midfield today. I was a little skeptical with Thomas Partey being in the side. Of course, I mean, it's a player you have to start. I was a bit facetious today, a couple of tweets before the game saying I wouldn't be upset if Ainsley Maitland-Niles came in that midfield for Thomas Partey, but I don't think he's a player you can drop. I was a little worried based off his form, coming up against Declan Rice. We know, I mean, Declan Rice is a fantastic player as well. Brilliant game from him today. Easily West Ham's best player. Easily one of the best players in that position in the Premier League, I think. And so I was a little skeptical about Thomas Partey coming up against him and, of course, Souček. But I thought they did really, really well today. Souček did a better job at winning fouls, I think, than he did bossing the midfield. So we'll take it. I thought Granit Xhaka, man, really, really good game from him. Had the captain's armband at the end of the game, which was nice to see. Of course, part of that leader pack that Mikel Arteta talked about. So, yeah, good game from them today in the midfield. Saka, Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, who I think might have been injured. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Mikel Arteta pushing him back on the field, sort of reminiscent of what he did to Thomas Partey last season during that Spurs game. I mean, pushing him back on the field. I mean, Gabriel did an interview after the game. He looked to be okay, even laughed about it when he was asked by the interviewer about that incident, and just kind of speaks to Arteta's urgency and his ability to, get the best out of players. And look, we see what's going on with Aubameyang, and the stripping him of the captaincy, and still not having him on the bench in the squad. And so I'm just looking at my battery. It's really low. I better wrap this up. This is what you want to see from a manager. This is what we've wanted, I think, for a long time, Arsenal fans. Ruthlessness and the ability to coach players and manage the team and get the best. And if you're not getting the best out of them, then no one is immune to scrutiny or discipline. And look, I have to acknowledge that and give props to Mikel Arteta for doing that. And you could see how much it meant to him at the end of the game. I think there was a quote, actually. He said, "I would give every drop of blood I would burn every drop of blood I have for this football club." I'm not sure where that quote was from, if it was from today or not, but look, he obviously loves this club. He used to be the captain of this football club. He's here doing his best. That's what I want. I want him to succeed. It was a very, very good game today. A really good performance, solid performance from the team today. So look, that a lot of that is to do, of course, with the manager and his team of managers. So yeah, impressive win. Top four. We're into the top four. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Manchester United could go a point ahead, and obviously Spurs, have an opportunity to go ahead. Could be 9 points for them. We'll see. It's 3 games to play, so we'll see what happens there. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have made it this far, let me know any comments, your thoughts on Aubameyang. I know I didn't talk about him much, but look, it's kind of done and dusted for me. The rumor is that he's going to be able to fight for a spot against Leeds, so we'll see what happens. Look, for me, Lacazette, you can't drop him now. Let him keep the armband, start him again against Leeds, and maybe Aubameyang's on the bench. Nketiah has come on and looked pretty solid, I think. Interesting to see that Pepe is, again, not making an appearance. I know he did last game, but so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Nketiah, is he going to sign? Is he going to stay? We don't know that either. I should talk about Emile Smith-Rowe. Actually, it was a fantastic goal from him, the left foot. I didn't think he was going to strike it with the left foot, but it was such a solid finish. Fabianski was rooted to his spot, I think, just really blinded by his defenders. I mean, it was a brilliant goal. It really was a fantastic finish from Emile Smith-Rowe. Another goal from him. That's 6 this season for him so far. So just coming off the bench, super sub. Coming back, excuse me, from that little groin injury, and that's just a player you love to see on the score sheet. Gabriel Martinelli, Emil Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka. This young talent we have on this team is just working their asses off, and oh, it's so much better when Arsenal win, man. It's so much better when Arsenal win. So, yep, top four. I'll wrap it up there. Top four. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but certainly in that battle, in that contention, it looks like it's going to be West Ham, Manchester United. I'm sure Leicester City will find their form later on in the season, and Tottenham. We all know they love to bottle anything when it comes to trophies, position, and league table. They do have a solid manager, so we'll see what happens with them, but yeah, again, thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it this far, let me know any thoughts you have about the game, Aubameyang, the manager. Let me know on Twitter. Let me know in a comment here. Twitter is always best. You know me, if you've listened to anything before, I love making these videos. I don't do it really for anything other than that. So let me know if you liked it. Leeds on Saturday, guys. So I will see you then. And again, thanks for watching.